Here, this is Lord Potato, and this is what if Luffy became a hollow. Now, how should I say? It's still sort of, the, what's it called, October the 31, so yeah, it's still October the 31, so, happy Halloween, and if you shot someone, run away really fast. I'm just saying, if you pull out the strap, I'm just saying. But this doesn't, not the matter. This is, well, what if Luffy became a hollow? Now, this is, well, a what if that I thought about, and another what if that I'm actually going to do later that someone requested. It's the same, well, it's also another Luffy what if, but I'll do that later. I'm also going to be doing Crystal, what if Naruto had Crystal released today, maybe, I don't know, maybe. And I might be doing what if Naruto was Death Kiss reincarnation, maybe. I'm just saying, okay? There's no promises in those what ifs, but except for the two Luffy what ifs I'm actually gonna do, because that's actually a true thing I'm actually gonna do. But yeah, not the point. Let me go into this what if. So, where we begin, where Luffy is gonna become a hollow. Luffy is right now with his brother Ace. After saving Ace from the Marines from Ace actually getting killed. This is where the magma user Devil Fruit comes out of nowhere and kills, well, not comes out of nowhere, kills Ace Stills, and of course before he was also gonna try to kill Luffy. Now of course is where the I don't remember. No, I don't know how to say it. Okay, fuck. Okay, I don't remember. But the fish guy still saves Luffy. Of course, when he's like going to the sea, he's like, if I get to the sea, I got the advantage. When he sees that the sea has been turned into ice, he's like, damn you, curse you, you fucking ice user. And of course, this is where Luffy, he twitches a little bit and just decides to push the fish guy away. And of course, the fish guy says, no, Luffy. And of course, the lava guy says, this is where you die. Luffy? Luffy gets hit in the middle of the chest. Now, of course, the lava guy says, ha, you lost. Ha ha, I killed both the brothers. But of course, this is what happens. Luffy, in his mindscape, he is wondering, where am I? Everything around him is sort of gray. Then it decided to become it was all gray and black for a second. And then the landscape decided to switch into the island where Luffy came from. This is where Luffy sees Ace and says, Ace! But this is where he sees that Ace's eyes are kind of yellow and black. And then his hair was changing from, his eyes were yellow and black, and of course, his hair changes white. And of course, it all changes in the features of Luffy. And of course, Luffy says, who are you? Hollow Luffy, who is now known as Hollow Luffy, says, I am you, moron. Basically, my name is Hollow Luffy. And Luffy says, but how are you me? Wait, you look completely different from me. Hollow Luffy says, because I am the hollow version of you, moron. It looks like you got hit in the chest. No matter. Besides, I'm just you. I'm just here to help you out. Besides, we are about the same. It's just you never went down the path of hatred and murder's intent. And of course, now that the Admiral has just killed your brother, are you just gonna let him kill you too? Come on, I will help you with the power. And of course, Luffy was tempted and says, no. But, Ace. So, Luffy was crying. And of course, this is where Hollow Luffy comes up to him and says, are you gonna accept? This is where Luffy says, yes. So, of course, this is back into the outside world. Everyone is shocked. Even Whitebeard, even what's called Gramps, is shocked that the Lava Admiral has actually killed Luffy. Until something happens. Around the place that Luffy got hit in the middle of the chest, the same where he had the X scar and all that, it still had the X kind of scar and all that. It's just the hole decides to, kept as a whole. Now white stuff started coming off of it. And of course goes up to Luffy's face. And this is where Luffy falls down the ground. But before even falling to the ground, before Luffy hitting the ground, this is where a giant red flash of power just arise from Luffy. It just exploded. Think of it like when what's called Goku kind of went Ultra Instinct for the first time. Similar to that, or how Ichigo had actually became Vasto Lorde for the first time. Yes, Luffy is going Vasto Lorde on these people. Now, Luffy, he is now just standing up. His what's called, so he still has what's called little red coat, jacket, and all that. Of course, it's kind of loose and blunt and all that. And of course, his skin is pale white. So his pale white has black writings. He has a hollow mask, but of course has two horns. Two horns. Similar to that, what's called Hollow Ichigo Vasto Lorde is. Luffy's hair is long also. It's black and long. So in this one, Luffy actually has 4 horns instead of, I'm actually not gonna copyright Vasto Lorde for what's called Hollow Ichigo. Yeah, I mean Ichigo that much because nah. So he has 4 horns. 2 of them that kind of looks like that of what's called Vasto Lorde, but a little bit more angle up, and of course 2 horns on top and all that. So of course, it kind of looks like a demon, kind of mixed with Hollow Ichigo's form, but yeah, somewhat. And of course, this is where Luffy has the sword, has what's called the well, he has similar to that of what's called Ichigo's sword, like the Bankai, but instead of being black, it's white. Actually, screw it. I'm gonna give him both black and white one, because why the fuck not? I know how Luffy is not a swordsman, but screw off. It is now. It's just because Hollow Luffy kind of is sort of somewhat the hollow version of Luffy and I. So yeah. Now, Luffy just screams in the Vasto Lorde's what's called scream. Now, I'm not gonna try to do it, but so this is gonna be the Vasto Lorde scream. So of course with Luffy still screaming like that, everyone just feels this immense pressure. Now of course it's not Conqueror talking, but Luffy just screams. And of course this is where the lava style user says, "Damn it, you're not dead!" Of course this is where Luffy swings one of his weapons at the lava style user and cuts his head fully off. Everyone is shocked. The Emerald of the Lava has just been killed by Luffy in this strange form. And Luffy is mad. Extremely angry, pissed off, mad. He sees what's come. So, since Luffy is mad, he just sends a Zero out into all the Marines. Of course, the Lava Style user is killed. Can you really kill it, Logie? Wait, yeah, you can. And the sword, yeah, okay. Cut his head off, okay? So, since that happened, Luffy sends a Zero. But instead of being just once, well, yeah, it's actually a Zero. And of course, it's bigger than what's called Hollow's Ichigo, the normal. It's just like, and launches a Zero at all the Marines. Now, of course, the Ice Style user makes an ice wall. But of course, the Zero still breaks through it and just smashes into so many Marines that killing them all. Even pirates were kind of shocked. Whitebeard was shocked. Blackbeard was shocked. A bunch of like the warlords were shocked. And of course, this is where what's called Bo Hancock was like shocked and kind of scared of Luffy. Now Luffy rushes out what's called the Ice Style user. The Ice Style user tries to freeze Luffy. He said, I froze him. Pow! He gets punched in the face, knocking his fucking shit out into a fucking wall of the Marines. Marines wall. This is where the Marine says, oh shit, we pissed off something that we shouldn't not. So Luffy, yeah, he punches the shit. So of course, the Emerald thought he froze him. Yeah, Luffy still broke through and punched his shit out. He punched his fucking lights out. Bing! So yeah, Luffy is now rushing at the Marines, not caring about anything. This is where Whitebeard screams, "No, Luffy!" Luffy just doesn't care. He sees nothing but red. Nothing but red. He's just gonna kill everything. Everything in his path. Destruction and murder for his fact that he lost his last brother. Since he doesn't know about Sabo being alive, he is so pissed. He doesn't care. So, of course, the Marines get ready. They shoot like a bunch of like, what's it called? They shoot the muskets, whatever the hell. All those bullets just bounces off Luffy like it's nothing. Cause hollow skin is very tough. Since that is happening, people are just like, ah shit, that doesn't work. This is where the swordsman starts trying to attack Luffy and starts slicing at Luffy, and the freaking sword just breaks on Luffy. Luffy just not looks at them, starts just slicing them with his own sword and just cutting them and slicing them like it's nothing. Luffy does not care. Luffy is just in pure rage. And of course, this is where the light side user tries to kick Luffy, and he managed to connect the attack. It doesn't do jack shit to Luffy. Luffy grabs the leg, and this is where Luffy puts down his sword and just pulls the guy towards him. And this is where Luffy grabs him from the neck and just starts squishing on him and just exploding him, just basically killing him, cracking his neck off. And this is where people are just shocked. The next is the other Admiral, basically the light side user Admiral, is dead. The lava and the light, they don't know about the ice. The ice looked like he got clocked in the face really hard. But yeah, they're just shocked. Luffy is not stopping. He says settle again. He makes another settle. This is where a bunch of Marines are starting to run away, trying to. When I mean trying to, legit, Luffy just lands the settle at them, blowing up so many Marines that the Marines are regretting this moment. And Luffy does see Blackbeard trying to attack Whitebeard, and has, somewhat, when in his mind, he's like, that's Blackbeard. The reason why my brother died. The reason why he's dead. The reason why. Yeah, he basically screams again outside in the world. And this is where, of course, he grabs both his sword and rushes at Blackbeard. And this is where Blackbeard noticed Luffy and lets his people take Luffy down. Those people die in an instant. Luffy is so fast that he just easily kills them off. And Luffy throws both his swords at Blackbeard. Blackbeard tries to use his Yami Yami no Mi. It doesn't do jack shit to those swords. Instead, both the swords hit him in the shoulder, knocking him to the ground. This is where Luffy is like, you're the reason why he's dead. Punches Blackbeard so hard. And it's very his voice is all raspy, Luffy is. It's not a normal squeaky, somewhat 17-year-old voice. It's all deep and raspy. He's like, this is why he's dead. Punches Blackbeard in the face. You are the reason. If you didn't catch her, he would still be alive. Punching Blackbeard to the ground. Every Marine is shocked. Some of the warlords are shocked. They are too afraid to go up to Luffy. And Luffy just screams again. Uses the settle right close up range at Blackbeard and says, die! Basically, Blackbeard is gone. He is gone. No, he did not use Yami Yami no Mi to escape. He is gone. He basically ashes. Also, there's a huge ass fucking crater where Blackbeard should have been at. Luffy is just somewhat standing on Blackbeard, but of course he jumped away when he shot the settle so close range. And of course Luffy is just like, he looks at the Marines and says, you're also the reason. You all should die. Settle. He blasts through the Marine space again. Okay, so the first blast he shot at was at the Marine base. So he managed to cut through it when he was moving his head. And of course this time he moves his head again, cutting it again, since the settle can go through almost anything, okay? And of course, Luffy is killing so many Marines that he doesn't care. He killed 2 admirals and does not give a flying fuck. He's seen red only because, well, his brother is dead and he doesn't care. He does not care that much. He cares less. So where Gramps says, Luffy, this is where you're gonna have to stop, and tries to punch Luffy in the face. Doesn't do jack shit to Luffy. Luffy says, your grandpa. This is why there's a reason he's also dead. Luffy lets go of the sword instead of slicing his hand off, and grabs Gramps' hand and just pushes it away, kind of breaking Gramps' arm, just like twisting and breaking it. And Luffy says, you're the reason he's dead. And Luffy kicks Gramps so hard in the stomach, launching him into, well, the Marine's base, smashing him to another couple of walls and kind of landed next to the ice tires. I can't remember all their names. Okay, fuck off. But yeah, this is where Whitebeard and the other pirates are kind of shocked. Gramps is knocked out. The 3 admirals are gone, and also the last one, the Sengoku, whatever his name, Sengoku? Yeah, Sengoku, that's his name. He's still kind of just fighting against Luffy. And of course, Luffy's running towards the Marines, not caring. Now, of course, his sword is left behind. Now, this is where, this is where Mihawk just come out of nowhere and uses his sword to block against, well, slash against Luffy. This is where Luffy has his other sword that's at his right hand. Well, not right hand, left hand. It blocks Mihawk's attack. Mihawk just shocked because he never expected Luffy to be a swordsman. And the very Luffy says, get my way! Of course, when blocking it, he says that and kicks Mihawk so hard at the fucking, like, head and all that. Well, not head. The ribs. This is where Mihawk had to put Armament Hockey into somewhat of his, like, stomach ribs and all that. He still gets kicked pretty damn hard. Because when you're in Hollow, you are very strong. Even if you're in Vasto Lorde, you are extremely off the charts and all that. So, of course, getting kicked there, even when you're using armor hockey, still hurts like a bitch. So, of course, Mihawk gets pushed away pretty far, away from the Marines. And, of course, he just coughs up the blood. Because even though he uses armament hockey... Wait, does he have armament hockey? I should post it. Yeah, I think he did have armament hockey. I can't remember. But, yeah, he does have armament hockey, and he does use it. But, of course, he still coughs up some blood. Because... even though he uses armor hawking, Hollow Luffy does not care whatever you use. So, no one can understand why Luffy is in this strange form and is right now just killing so many Marines and even admirals. And even a warlord, and that is basically Mihawk, kicking him and easily damaging him. And of course, people are just wondering, what is this form? Is this the Gama Gama no Mi? No, this is not the Gama Gama no Mi. People are so strangely confused what is happening and all that. The fishman guy was extremely more confused when that happened, that form. Luffy was protecting him. He was. Because Luffy had his hand right in front of what's called the fish guy. And so the fish guy wouldn't get hurt. But of course, Luffy is right now killing so many Marines. Like, I don't remember how many Marines there were there. But it is now at 25% Marines are now just left over. Kobe and Habipo was still there. And of course, was Smoker there? I can't remember. So of course, you're just easily killing so many Marines. This is where Sengoku comes and says, this is your last chance, Straw Hat. Now die! He uses a beam. He uses a golden light to shoot at Luffy. So Luffy stands his ground and just takes the blast head on. Now the blast hits Luffy, and Luffy is still standing there. Now, of course, there's a giant crater around him. There's also this little kind of hill that he's still standing on. This little platform, because the crater around him, yeah, all of that got damaged. But the little platform around him, well, under his feet, is still standing. Luffy looks like he took a lot of damage because Luffy's head was back and all that, was kind of looking up. And Luffy just put his head back up and screams, "You think that was the best shot you have? I will kill you all for my brother. Now die! Sarah! Yeah, another Settle launch at Sengoku. Sengoku had to use his another golden beam attack to shoot at Luffy. When he shoots at what's called the Settle, it collides with Settle, but Settle was overpowering it and kind of just blasts through it and will hit Sengoku. Sengoku was shocked and of course coughed up in blood, but managed not to actually die. Luffy said, "None of you can take me on." This is where he sees Doflamingo. And Doflamingo was there, and also, what was that one? Basically, you know that robot one, the one that was reading the Bible? I think he was there also. Yeah, was he there? Yeah, no. I can't remember. But Doflamingo was definitely there. And also, what's called the Sinister Enemy, Crocodile. But then Crocodile arrested and he was fighting against Doflamingo. Shit. I cannot remember. Fuck for the... God, I'm an idiot half the time. But yeah. This is where Doflamingo was right now in front of Luffy. And saying, "It looks like you managed to defeat some of the animals. I'm impressed. A very low-ranking pirate like you, only a rookie, managed to defeat him. How about joining me?" Luffy does not care about what's called Doflamingo's offer and starts running past him. This is Doflamingo uses the Ito no Mi to just cut off what's called Luffy's one of his arms. This is where Luffy managed to cut one of his arms, well, not one of his arms, his right arm, and just puts it back into where it's placed. He turns around and says, "You dare to attack me then?" This is where Doflamingo says, "It's not like you're gonna be able to, hurt me." This is where Luffy rushes speed blitz, what's called Doflamingo, slashing at Doflamingo's torso and also cutting one of his arms off. So Doflamingo screams, "Ah, damn it! I wasn't expecting him to be this fast." So Luffy says, "Die then." This is where Doflamingo managed to use his Ito no Mi to use strings to try to block or cut the what's called swords. One shocking thing he didn't really expect was happening is when he used the Ito no Mi to cut the swords did not cut. Instead, the swords cut through the cuts through the strings. This is where Doflamingo had to use armament hawking and what's called torso, and tries to kind of block it, and the sword still cuts through the armament hawking, still kind of cutting Doflamingo. Because even if you do have armament hawking, you still get fucked up because, Zoro has fought against someone who had armament hawking, but he still fucked him up because he did use armament hawking on it and still fuck him up. But of course, this is where Luffy's sword is not really a normal sword exactly. It's not from the sword exactly. Since the hollow self of Luffy is actually from the what's called Bleach War, it doesn't really work in this fact. Now, if Luffy even did fell in water when he's in his hollow form or whatever, water will not really affect him, and he can still use his Kama no Mi. Now, I just want to explain that, okay? Now, of course, as you're kind of wanting to kill more Marines, this is where Shanks appear. Because, if I can remember right, Shanks did appear. And Shanks looks at Luffy. And of course, he has a straw hat. And Shanks says, "Luffy." And Luffy was about to run at the Marines more and ready to kill them all. And Luffy turns around because he heard that voice. Luffy is in like sort of grayish water, just kind of not really seeing this. He's kind of Apollo itself is kind of controlling him a little bit. And of course, Luffy kind of hears it, says, "Wait, Shanks?" He gets out of what's called he goes back into the war and all that. And of course, he turns around in his hollow Vasto Lorde still, and turns around and sees Shanks. Shanks says, "Luffy, calm down." Luffy says, Shanks. Luffy only managed to say those words, and of course his voice went back to normal. And of course, little cracks was happening all around his body. The hole was still there, and of course cracks happened around the hole. And Luffy says, "Shanks." Of course, more cracks was happening around, And of course, a kind of a well, the left side of Luffy, all like the what's called hollow kind of mask and all, kind of starts breaking off, and the face will reveal to see Shanks, and Luffy says, Shanks, and Luffy says, he looks all around him and he sees the destruction he has done. Luffy has now fully been he fully managed to get taken control of his own body, and he just looks around of all the destruction. He's like, he doesn't know what to say. Shanks says, Luffy, are you okay? Luffy says, I'm a monster. Luffy decides to fully pass this out. Now, of course, Luffy fully passed out from the fact that he done all this destruction. From his just blind rage. Now, of course, Luffy, what's called the other hollow, around him, the hollow material around him, also all breaks off when he passes out fully. Because he was in shock what he had just done. Now, of course, the hole that was, in the middle of him, did kind of cover up, but the scar is still kind of there. The edge scar. Because I'm going to just keep it there. Luffy is knocked out. Shanks runs up to Luffy and says, Luffy, are you okay? Luffy, listen. And of course, Luffy cannot hear him at all. This is where the Marines kind of just says the pirates can go. So Blackbeard is gone and all that. And Luffy has wiped out so many Marines and even admirals that basically they put Luffy in such a high ranking position, and I will mention that later. But back to Luffy. Luffy woke up about 1 month, and of course Luffy says, "What just happened?" Now Whitebeard has not died, so Whitebeard is still alive and all that. And of course they do have Ace's body with them. So yeah, the Marines let them take Ace's body, while they go bury what's called the magma users, body, and also the light user's body, and maybe the ice style, because they can't really find the ice style, but the ice style is like kind of buried next to, not buried next to, but kind of in the rubble of next to Gramps. And of course, Sengoku is still alive and all that, so yeah. Doflamingo is also still alive, just hurting really bad, and is hoping he never goes against Luffy again. Now, Blackbeard is also dead, so they got the money, but they're still shocked. There's still so many Marines that are horrified with Luffy's power. So many gave up, some of them actually stayed and all that. But yeah, Kobe was still shocked with the whole mass destruction around him. Now, Luffy wakes up about a month later. Luffy wakes up. Now, of course, he doesn't have the hole in his chest anymore, but he still has like an X mark. Now, Luffy gets out of the bed and does feel a little weak, but of course, he's wondering why. This is where Hollow kind of himself was sort of started talking to him. And of course, Luffy says, Where are you? Where are you, you bastard? You didn't tell me I was going to kill that many people. And Hollow self said, Go into your mindscape. And Luffy said, How would I? He gets dragged into his mindscape. And Luffy says, You bastard! You told me I wasn't going to kill that many people. Luffy says, First of all, I said you would like to have the power to destroy people. I never said how many people you want to kill. That was all on your choice and fault. And Luffy says, Was that really my power to do? And of course, Luffy says, No, that's bullshit. That wasn't me. And of course, Luffy said, First of all, that was all you doing. I just gave you the power. You were so much in just anger and hatred against the Marines. That was all you. You were just killing people left and right. I even tried to stop you. I even tried to get rid of the power from you from actually trying to kill. So, what Luffy did try to do is when he saw the mass destruction from Luffy's eyes, he tried to take away back his powers, but could not. Because Luffy is like holding on to their powers and just killing Marines left and right. So yeah. Since when he tried to take it from Luffy when Luffy was doing the second settle. So yeah. Luffy says, that really me? But I don't know how. Hello, Luffy says, because of your anger, hatred, and more of all the anger and hatred between your two brothers, Sabo and Ace, since they're dead. Well, I don't really know about Sabo. I only came into your conscious self a while ago, but I don't know when I came into life. I don't even think I am from this war exactly. Eesh. How the fuck did I get here? Hello, Luffy says, I have no clue how I got here. But all I gotta know is I just came to be your conscious after a while. Seeing a little bit of memories, but not many. And Luffy says, and you don't know about Sabo? Hello, Luffy says, no, I have no clue about your third brother. I only seen fragments of memories about something, what happened or whatever. But I have no clue since those memories showed up again. Also, this is where you got more berserker instinct to just kill and kill more. And Luffy says, then am I the murderer? Hello, Luffy says, no, you idiot. First of all, that was all you and your hatred, not your actual self. Just don't think about it too much, and I'll talk to you about your actual power, since that form that you just used was not really a form I was actually expecting for you to use. I don't even know what that form was. The only thing that comes to memory, Hollow Luffy says, is the name called Vasto Lorde, but I don't even know what else happened. So, the swords that you got are interesting to me because I don't know where you actually got them. So the swords that Luffy had, they disappeared from Luffy. Now, they'll be able to come back, but I'll explain later. Now, Luffy gets out of his mindscape and is now just still kind of laying there. Not laying there, kind of standing, sort of laying on, well, not laying on top. Standing up, like he stand up from the bed and all that. But, of course, he's still laying, but yeah. He just says, ow, my body so hurts. Maybe that's because I'm kind of weak. So, Luffy gets out of what's called the bed and just starts walking. Somewhat walking. He's trying to. He, gets onto the bed and all that, kind of using his arm to kind of lift him up and all that. And, of course, when he gets to the ledge of the bed, he kind of looks for something for him to use until he sees, a stick. So he used that as, a carrot and all that. Somewhat of him trying to walk slowly towards the door. Now, when he gets to the door, he kind of opens it. Now, this is where he bumps into a man with yellow hair. Yellow hair and, a tattoo. This man is named Marcos. Basically, the man with the Tora no Mi. Marcos says, what's called Ace's younger brother, Luffy. You're awake, Straw Hat. And Luffy says, who are you? And Marcos says, you must be very hungry since you're too delusional. My name is Marcos, by the way. Your older brother's friend, someone's. And of course, Luffy says, my brother. And of course, Marcos says, I'm sorry about the sensitive topic. Come on, just get to the cafeteria or whatever. Or the place to eat and all that. I don't remember all the time. So, of course, Marcos just shows Luffy around. Well, not around. Mostly get him to what's called chef that's cooking and all that. The chef gives him a large, meat and all that. And Luffy starts eating it kind of slowly. Not fast and all that. Just slowly. And Marcos is still just wondering what should he do and all that. And he just thoughts of bringing him towards Whitebeard, but he doesn't know about it. Because Whitebeard is right now talking to Shanks. So, Whitebeard is talking to Shanks about something. And Luffy says, what about the old man named Whitebeard? And of course, he said it so quietly that not many people around him heard him. The only person that heard him was Marcos, and Marcos says, yes, about him. He's talking to someone right now. I don't know if he's wanting visitors or not. But we can go if you want to go see him. And of course, Luffy nodded. And Luffy did not fully eat the giant, meat. He only ate half of it. He's that depressed. He does not eat that much. And of course, the chef wanted to tell him to eat it. The chef was about to tell what's called Luffy to eat it all, but then the chef's like, maybe I shouldn't really scream at him since I get fucked up the whole Marine base. I should probably not. But then again, who's gonna eat that? Some guy goes and says, "Oh, free meat." And of course, the chef, oh, well, there goes it. So of course, Luffy goes with what's called Marcos. Of course, he still has to stick, kind of lifting him up a little bit and walking kind of strangely and all that. And of course, when Marcos did knock at what's called Whitebeard's kind of, what is it called? The not headquarters, but the quarters. What's it? The captain's quarters. Okay. So of course, Whitebeard says, "Come in." Marcos says, "Are you busy? What's called father?" And what's called Whitebeard says, "No, Marcos, you can come in, my son." So of course, Marcos comes in because Whitebeard sees all of his what's called crew members as his children. So yeah, and all of them sees him as the father. So yeah, when Marcos comes in, he brings Luffy right behind him and all. And Marcos says, "Oh, this is Luffy, the one that he wanted to talk to you." And Whitebeard said, Luffy, basically the younger brother of Ace. How's it going? And Luffy was kind of thinking of what he wanted to say. And he asked, where is my brother's body at? In such a quiet tone, what's called voice. This is where Shanks is still kind of there. And of course, Luffy hasn't looked up that much. He's still kind of looking at the ground. And Whitebeard says, we have his body kind of preserved. We're gonna bury him where he kind of lived before. At the island. And Luffy says, Can I see him? And of course, Whitebeard says, in your state, I'd rather not let you see his body. Since what happened in the Marine base, it's better if we don't. And Luffy says, I understand. And this is where Shanks says, Luffy, are you feeling better? Are you okay? And Luffy looks up and says, oh, hello, Shanks. With a small, fragile smile. And of course, Shanks says, Luffy, if you want to talk about it, I'm here. Luffy says, no, it's fine. And of course, Luffy was like, can I go back to the bed or something? This is where Marco says, yeah, sure. So of course, he brings back Luffy, and this is where we go do a 1 week time skip. Luffy is actually kind of stable in his mind now. He kind of had to deal with the hatred and the sadness emotions. And of course, Hollow Self kind of helped them out to stable them out and kind of help them. So yeah, Luffy is kind of stable in the 1 week. Now, of course, Luffy has been eating properly and of course has talked to Shanks. So Shanks is like, Luffy, you do know what your bounty is now, right? After the 1 week. So yeah, the 1 week after he managed to stabilize. Luffy says, no, I wonder if my bounty probably risen up a little too much. Maybe I'm already a warlord or something. And Shanks kind of cringe a little bit and say, yeah, you're not even a warlord or an emperor. Luffy says, okay. You're way beyond that. And probably further than that of the Pirate King. So Luffy's bounty is at 50 million. The fact that Luffy caused so much destruction and so much devastation to killing about 2 emeralds and about entering 3 emeralds also was sort of the old man would be counted as an emerald rank and all that, but he's not. But yeah, mostly a war hero, but yeah, you got the point. Hurting those 3. Also, what's called killing about 75% of the Marines and only leaving 25%. Hurting Doflamingo and Mihawks in the battle basically makes him go up to about 50. No, not 50 million. About 50, not 50 billion. I actually didn't think of that brain. So Luffy has, I'm going to say 50 billion berries on him. And of course, his rank is not Emperor. Instead, his rank is called Hakai no Hakai Kami. Basically meaning God of Destruction. Actually, no, wait. It's Kami. So that's his rank, basically meaning God. And mostly destruction. So yeah. His title is actually, well, Kami, so means God. His name is called Straw Hat Luffy, but also another name called Hollow Luffy. Well, not Hollow Luffy, Hollow Straw Hat. So that's what they also name him. And mostly his powers is just unbelievable. Making Luffy piss off. They even wrote that as what's called his bounty. Pissing off Luffy is pissing off what they call a god. Basically, God's wrath. So yeah, they also put that as the third name, God's wrath, cause pissing off Luffy is like you basically having God's wrath, beating your ass 6 way on a damn Sunday. So yeah, I didn't meant to say God of Destruction because I wasn't thinking of Dragon Ball, but yeah. So yeah, he is basically God of wrath. So yeah, Luffy is kind of shocked with his bounty and kind of passes out. Yeah, Shanks was like showing him the bounty and all that. And the thing where it says dead or alive, it says run away. Fuck. Like run far away from Luffy. Like instead of saying kill, well, like bring back alive or run or like what's called kill, like bring back dead or something. It says if you see him, run. Run so fast or swim. I don't care what you do. Fucking get away from him. Like, that's what the title says. It's like, huh. Luffy passes out after that. Seeing his bounty and the god's what rank he is kind of made him pass out. So Shanks still show him the paper and all that. And Luffy did pass out. So yeah. And of course, we go into, well, a 3-day kind of skip. Now, Luffy is kind of not passing out multiple times after seeing the paper and kind of accept the reality. So yeah, everyone that got the paper and all that, like going to what's called Luffy's hometown, when they got the paper of Luffy, they were all shocked that Luffy has a 50 billion bounty. So many people were so shocked. Like so many people. This is where Sabo is reading and kind of seeing, there's my brother. Because he sort of has his memories and all. And he sees Luffy's bounty and says, Luffy, Straw Hat, Kami, a rank called Kami. How many berries that he have? 50 trillion. I mean, not 50 trillion. 50 billion. Oh, that's nice. He has 50. Yeah, freaking he was drinking some tea and he just spit it out. And of course hits the, what's called blonde girl, what's called, she kind of wears pink and all. And of course she says, what the hell, Sabo? Sabo says, I'm sorry, I gotta go to Dragon. Where's Dragon at? Dragon says, what do you want? This is where, Sabo shoves a paper right in Dragon, and Dragon says, what is this? He looks at Luffy. Okay, that's my son. Why are you showing me this? Look at the bounty, and look at the name, and rank. Okay, Straw Hat Luffy. Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy, yes. Straw Hat Luffy, okay. Kami, the rank of God. Okay, that's weird. There should be no rank. Bounty, 50 billion. And here you go. What the? Wait a minute. Holy shit, my son is a fucking god if he got 50 billion. This must be a typo. Nah. Is it? Holy shit, he surpassed the Pirate King. Holy fuck. Wait. What? Why does it say this? If you see, run. That's what it basically says on the bottom of the paper. Not, bring back alive, bring back dead. No, it says run. Like, run. All in capital letters. Run, bitch. Like, yeah. Luffy is still kind of shocked, but of course, Luffy decides to go towards what's called, that one guy's island, basically, what is his name? Fuck. So he goes to Rayleigh and all that because he wants to train in hockey. Cause Hollow Luffy did tell him about how he has this weird thing called hockey and all that. So go back to Rayleigh and talk to him and all that. And Luffy says, right, I keep forgetting you didn't actually saw most of my life. And of course, Hollow Luffy says, I hope I never see that again. Luffy says, fuck you. But yeah, so he does tell the White Pirates to leave him at the island and all that. And they do. They just decide to leave him. And Shanks says, are you sure, Luffy? Luffy says, yeah, I'll be fine. And of course, Shanks says, okay, goodbye, Luffy. Also known as Kami. And Luffy says, fuck off, Shanks. And of course, Shanks kind of laughs and all that and just says bye. Now, of course, Luffy goes look for Rayleigh and all that. And Rayleigh sees him and says, ah, you came. Could it be that you're here to train about hawking? But why would you need that if you have this weird looking form that you managed to destroy a bunch of Marines in it? Luffy says, that was just all on anger. Anger instance. I managed to stabilize my emotions, yes, but I need something that doesn't mean making me a lot of destruction. Yeah. So I'm just here to train in hawking. Besides, aren't you the greatest hawking user or what? And of course, Rayleigh kind of laughs and all that and says, doesn't mean the greatest, but I can show you all three of them. If you wanna. Luffy says, yeah. So, Luffy trains for Rayleigh for about 3 years. So, Luffy is now 19, so he did not train for 3 years, 2 years. So yeah, he's now 19, and of course, he did left the his straw hat at the same place, like in original canon, and did train in the whole using hockey and all that. Now, Luffy is now more prepared and all that. Now, he did kind of go visit what's called Mihawk and all that. Not Mihawk, Bow Hancock. And of course, like he talks to her and all that. And of course, she's happy that Luffy's back to normal and not insane killer path and all that. And she does try to comfort Luffy and all that. And Luffy's happy that she's trying. And Luffy's happy though. So yeah, Luffy is back to his original self. Well, happy and cheerful. But still kind of sad and angry. And still has a lot of hatred and anger in his heart. But is not going to let it take control of him. And when destroying things. Unless he goes up against a Celestial Dragon. He's fucking up any Celestial Dragon. But yeah, you have the point. Now, this is where I'm actually going to leave it off. Have a nice potato day, potato night, potato say potato. Because what time? Oh shit, it's 12 o'clock. I was not going to try to do that for that long. But I did it for that long. But not the point. Now, I will go do the other Luffy What If. And maybe even Naruto Crystal Release. If I don't actually forget about it, okay? Because I'll probably forget about it and actually go take a shower instead of doing it. So yeah. But yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato say potato. Also, if you're gonna ask me, is Luffy gonna be able to use Vasto Lorde again? Well, in that 2-year time step, I will talk about what they actually train about in the next episode. Whenever I do that. Okay, don't ask me multiple times. Do it. Cause, no. Now, bye. Have a potato day, potato night, and potato stick. Now, bye-bye. And also potato wing. Well, Halloween, but it already passed since it's already 12th and it's already November the 1. So, Thanksgiving? I know Thanksgiving is some day and I can't fucking remember because it's Turkey Day. Go. Bye-bye.